volume.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the gays and the days, welcome to another episode of In the Life with Boogie B. I am your host, of course, Boogie motherfucking B. And I am here today with a good friend, my day one. Like, day one type shit. Introduce yourself.
Pup Jojo, aka JJ, pretty much. Just those two names, that's basically it. Or,
She's so modest, y'all. She got all types of aliases and all of that. But how are you doing today?
I'm good today.
Okay.
I'm having a good old day today.
Are you ready for this episode?
I'm ready for whatever you throw at me.
Okay. I mean, well, shit. Let's just dive right in it. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your journey. Where you started from. All of that.
Well,
Floor is yours.
Pretty much my Kink journey started pretty much 2019. And I still remember going to the diner, going to a Little's Munch and having fun. Eventually getting my first vlogging done the same year. And then the whole world shut the fuck down.
Sure did.
Yeah, and it was definitely not the best of times, but it was a time indeed. Mm-hmm. But then eventually 2021 came up. It picked up again. I did meet. I had a couple of ex-boyfriends at that point. Mm-hmm. As we know, we just saw one of them.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No.
That's the lost cause.
Yeah, that's a whole
everything. But continue.
Yeah, and pretty much I resumed my Kink journey. Pretty much it picked back up in 2021.
Okay.
And everything moved up, and I went from. I just went from learning from. I still know how to vlog, so somewhat, but I've also learned how to serve in this community a lot more.
Okay.
Or in this in this middle of this alphabet soup that we have.
It is alphabet soup.
Literally.
For sure. So let's keep in with the flow. So what are some of your kinks and fetishes? What are some of the things that is yes, JoJo is here for this, and what are the things are JoJo ain't here for it, and what are some things that are maybe
Well, one of the things I'm definitely here for, I'm definitely a little.
Shout out to the Littles of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all valid. Y'all know that.
Yes, it's sequin dress. It's a sequin dress, of course. Even though I don't look it right now, normally I would be dressed in all freaking sequins and diamonds and everything else in the fucking universe.
Right. Okay, so you're a little.
Yeah, I'm also a puppy too. I don't have my puphood with me, but I don't carry that with me all the time.
Okay, so you're a little, you're a puppy.
Yeah, I have a handler too.
Okay.
And he's actually doing his own podcast now. Not his own podcast. He actually does his own stream called the Midnight Arcade now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to you, Sir Nomad.
We
see you doing your thing, your ones and twos.
And also he's also an artist too. There's a whole bunch of gamers that I know are artists as well. We know two of them. We know Nomad and Chromatic.
Shout out to
both of them. Yes.
That's my ace.
Shout
out to Chromatic. We see you doing your ones and twos on the Twitch thing.
Yep. I see, and I know, and the fact I know that they're working full time. I know I still been seeing them, and you know what? They're the ones that have been in my corner. They're still in my corner. And basically, those are the people you want to keep.
Absolutely. So what are some of the things that are what are some of the things that are are hard limits for you as far as kink and BDSM?
Well, for at the moment, fisting is still a hard limit for me. It's definitely a hard no. Also, at the moment, blood play is, but that's I'm kind of working around. I guess I might be sort of working my way around that. I'm willing to try it, but it's like you never know.
Yeah, you never know on this journey.
Yeah.
Some of the things you be like, not for me.
Yep.
The next minute you like, bitch, yes, I'm here for it. All
Like
the way.
always. And also, shoot, another one that's a hard limit was, and definitely still is a hard limit for me, is definitely scat.
Okay.
Scat is a hard limit for me. That's a hard no.
Understandable. Again, everything is not for everybody.
Yeah.
And we're here to not
also race play.
Yeah, again, we're not here to yuck anybody's yum or whatever it is you like to get down and whatever you do. However, some things just don't vibe with everybody, and that's okay because everybody's different. So we got into, some of the things that you're into. We got into like your journey and stuff. I want to dive into the pup aspect because I'm a puppy too.
Yep.
And we kind of came in the pup scene together.
We did.
So, I mean, just a little bit of breakdown of that. Like, how was it, from you like first coming into it to where you are now as far as pup play and the pet play in general?
For me, at first, it was. I kind of wanted. I was thinking about it more or less in 2019 first, because we did meet a couple pups. We met a couple pups out in Coney Island.
Right.
Unfortunately, I lost contact with them. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether the pandemic took them or anything else. I hope that that's not the case. But that influence, like when I saw that and as a little, like just pups and littles go together perfectly.
Absolutely.
Like, and then we were inseparable when we were together.
Pretty much.
And I still have pictures of that at home.
By the way, the music that you hear in the background, we do not own this music. We just happen to be in the space and they're jamming out.
Yeah.
So we just want to put that disclaimer out there for the YouTube gods and for the Facebook gods. We do not own this music, okay? We are not trying to do any copyright shit here.
Yeah.
But continue. So pet play, you came into it around what, 2011? Not
2021, yeah.
Sorry, I'm 3 years old.
It was 2021, yes. It was definitely the same event that we both attended.
Sure did.
And it was thanks to Pup Raptor. Thanks to Pup Raptor and Pup Kenzo.
Right.
They welcomed us in with open arms.
Right. I mean, everybody did.
Everybody did pretty much, yeah, at that time.
I remember it was being like so new and so different.
Yeah.
Not so different, but so new because, didn't have a hood, didn't have any gear, didn't know how to interact both just in life. Really, I was still coming into my own. And, a pet and being a puppy and stuff, like, there was no real experiences out there, at least for me, that was like welcoming. So coming into the pair and meeting with the pups and the pets of GKC, shout out to you.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was welcoming, and from there we kind of grew. Well, you kind of grew specifically.
Yep.
And came into your own. So I'm glad about that.
I definitely grew about that. I had developed that's how I sort of developed my relationship as well.
We're back on the Ricky Show.
Yeah.
I am your host once again, Ricky B. I'm with Pup JoJo. And we had to relocate because, things. But we're back. This video is not sponsored by Wendy's in no way, shape, or form. Just to put that out there, we are not sponsored by Wendy's, but we are going to sip some tea and spill some tea, because that's what Boogie does on my show, In the Life. So when we last left off, we were talking about pup play, right?
Yeah.
You're just talking about your experience with the pets and the pups. So let me just recap, and well, might you recap and walk us through that process of what it was like.
Well, what it was like is back in 2019 is originally when I met my first pups. And I became friends with them. I became real cool with them. And we basically started hanging. Basically, like I say, pups and littles go together perfectly. It made it so much fun.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. But it was such a blast. Like, we just did everything at the munches. We had so much fun at the munches. We were playing spades at one point. And I remember because you were there for that spades game too. Or I think it was spades or Uno. I don't remember.
It can't have been spades because she don't play spades.
Yeah, it was Uno.
It was definitely Uno. I'm a Uno girl, right? You don't do spades. I mean, I could try, but you know.
Yeah.
So would you say that the pup community has elevated you in your overall journey?
Yes, it has.
Okay.
And yes, I could thank them, the other people at GKC. Yeah. They elevated they elevated it a little bit at first. But now I'm pretty much on my own. I'm pretty much my own puppy at this point.
Okay. I mean, and that's fine. With some pups, and some pet players in general, they find community and they find a place where they can call, a pack, if you will. But then sometimes, that road goes somewhere else, and you have no choice but to distance yourself, especially if you're on a path that you want to elevate, and people are just not doing it for you anymore. There's no harm, no foul. I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, I mean, But, so pup play in the pet community, like, it has its ups and downs. I can tell you from experience. Because, again, we walk this journey together. And a lot of it for myself was, it's like I'm here and I'm coming to my own. Like, one of the biggest moments of my life, my biggest achievements, was through the pet play, community and the people that I was surrounding myself around. But those people also, they turned out to be there for the moment, and you just gotta go. You just gotta find your own path.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. That's what you did. I want to jump into just overall leather and the leather thing, because I know you've had some things within the leather community itself.
Yes.
And being a part of groups and things of that nature. And hey, this is the Boogie B show. This is in the life. We don't cut shit out for nothing. We're gonna give you the everything here. So get your coffee, get your tea, get your sip, get your beverage. So you want to talk about that? You want to talk about your?
Oh, definitely. You can definitely talk about. My journey in leather was definitely an interesting one. It was more. I did hit a few road bumps, of course, because let's just face it, leather is a lot of money.
Tell me about it.
And when you're on disability, you don't have a lot of money. You're living on that month-to-month paycheck, and it's hard. And there is a group, who pretty much they're so eager. They were so eager to welcome me at first, and basically when I wasn't needed, they threw me in the trash. That's self-explanatory.
And it sucks. It sucks.
It really sucks.
When you're trying to find yourself, and you're trying to find your way, especially within this lifestyle, because there's a lot of animosity. There's a lot of like toxic shit,
Yeah.
fuck shit that goes on. Shout out to you, Master Eli. There's a lot of fuck shit.
Oh yeah,
going
definitely
on.
a whole lot of fuck shit.
And, you know, a lot of times people don't want to have those hard conversations. And some people don't even want to have those conversations to get to a better point in life so where they can move forward. They just want to stick with the fuck shit.
Yeah, they want to stick with the fuck shit, and they want to stay in their own place because they got so comfortable being there that, you know, if others don't want to stay there, then they turn them away. And there was
or they don't give you the opportunity to actually become of value and shine, and come into your own, of whether you want to learn something or you want to explore something. You know, people say, you know, we're here to help you, we're here to encourage you, empower you,
and help you explore
and do those things. But when it really comes down to it, they just want you to be there to be saying yes or no, and just be there for photo opportunities. I mean, hey, I'm not saying it, but hey, it is what it is in this life. There's people who are here for the good, and there's here for the people for the bad. But before we jump get to the nitty gritty, you touched on things like, you know, being, you know, on a limited income, and you touched on things of, you know, disability and stuff like that. And I don't want to tell your story, but how has, you know, you being in a disability or having a disability and thriving even still in the leather community where it's such a what's the word I'm looking for? It's so judgmental.
I hope you're doing all right, man.
It's so judgmental, and everything. So we want you to just like touch on that for a bit.
Well, basically, thriving while disabled is definitely a real thing, and that's something I want to give a shout out to. I definitely want to give a shout out to Allison for thriving with disabled as well. We need to do that. It was, for me, it was like I pretty much never try to let it beat. I never tried to let it beat me. The only one time that it had is when I was in the U.S. military. But that's a whole other story. Like, I basically that was the one time I got beat. And that was the one time there where that's when my alcoholism started. And I'm touching, yes, my alcoholism as well. I'm touching on substance abuse as well. It's very important. And a lot of times you go to these bars, you know, you see that there's all this alcohol, and you feel that as a person in leather that sometimes you might have to do it. You don't.
Say it again for the people in the back row.
You don't. You really fucking don't need to do that shit. Because I am living proof. I've been sober for 5 years. I am living fucking proof that you don't have to do none of that shit.
Absolutely. And I commend you 100% on being sober and being in those spaces where, you know, alcohol is involved, drug use is involved. I mean, it's there. We're not going to shy away from it.
Yeah.
Those things are prevalent.
Anything is possible.
But you can always basically
Anything is possible with Christ.
do
Christ
what you
doing
want to do.
everything.
And you thrive. You thrive despite, you know, the shit that goes on. And so I commend you for that because you stepped with it and you're this one is doing a lot. Trust me when I tell you, like, don't sleep on this one, okay? Like, don't sleep because they are so willing to learn and so willing to put themselves in positions to be taught and to learn the right way so that they can in turn teach others. And one of these things about teaching people about how to do things and be in the space sober. They don't have to engage in activities of like alcohol and stuff. Like, amazing fucking work. And I'm here for it. Real quick, because we're going to get back into the fuck shit. Because, you know, I'm sorry, but I was so eager to do this episode.
We're about to fuck shit.
That we need to. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But this is boogie, and we ain't got time to be in no closed studio.
Yeah.
We just gonna get this shit going on. So I'm paying on my fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't pay no fucking mind.
So back to the Dutch Books and back to that. Do you regret your journey so far? Like, do you regret making certain decisions or going through certain things?
Look, the one lesson that I learned throughout everything is that if you don't go through it, you won't know. You won't know what's supposed to happen. It's the only reason how you know is if you go through it. So I can't. So that's why I cannot regret anything. At the same time, yeah. I wish it didn't happen, but that doesn't mean I don't regret it. Because, like, a lot of the fuck shit that happened, there's a lot of fuck shit that happened.
I mean, we can go all night.
Yeah, we really could. We really could.
And
we've done it.
You know, this is a whole new program. You know, we're not shying away from politically correctness. We're not going into the pageantry shit. We're not going into, like, we're going to get real. We're going to be real about it. And I know we can go there deep, but we're going to save that for the aftermath. Stay tuned for the aftermath, December the 9th. Now, what I want to talk about now. We talked about the decisions, we talked about your journey, we talked about the things that were not so great about this journey. Let's dive into the things that are great. Where are you now? What are the things that you're doing right now? What are the future? What is the future for pop culture?
Well, the future is basically, I'm an associate of Other Boys of Color now.
Period. Period.
Yes, and soon to be full-time member, by the way.
Soon to be.
Yeah.
Other Boys of Color, hashtag. We here, we in the building. What the hell?
Exactly.
Love y'all down, everybody at Other Boys of Color.
We love y'all.
But yeah, so Other Boys of Color.
Yes, also Pegasus as well.
Shout out to Pegasus. Pegasus.
Pretty much, you know, anybody that's for... I'm in support of anybody that's in support of the trans, non-binary communities as well, because guess what? We need that love and support. Yeah, I can't do the heart either. Yeah, I cannot do the heart either, but, like, you know, as living proof of that being in the trans and binary community is real simple. And it's basically...
Don't be stripping out here. We ain't that...
I'm not stripping.
You know.
And it's basically
Save that for after dark. Save that for the... For the after dark. But no. So, yeah. So, as you didn't know, both them and I are non-binary. You know, so we don't fall into that gender shit. We support the queers, and we support the queer people, and the queer people of all walks of life, no matter how you identify, no matter what your gender identity is. We're here for you. We're here for everybody, but we're mostly here for the queers. So we understand that, especially for queer people, going into spaces, a lot of the cis, gay, male audience, they like to fetishize us. They like to come at us as a means of to check it off their list.
Check it off their bucket list.
Right. And we ain't here for that. We're here and we up here and we uphold values of integrity and honor and respect and I just had those the 5 pillars of leather. We respect all of them. I got them. I know them. So don't come for me.
Yeah.
But we respect those and we hold those and consent, which is top of the line.
Consent is right up there at the
consent
top.
is everything. So very much here for the queer people. And just to let you know behind the scenes, because you know. I just want to shout her out real quick, but my partner is behind the scenes.
Yes.
She's watching and she's waiting. And don't worry, her episode is coming soon. So, but I just want to acknowledge.
And yes, we love her definitely.
Shout out to April.
Yep. And yes, and mind you, this was once a person, me of all people, who once hated on trans folks. Who pretty much didn't know, really was hating.
But would you say hating, or would you say you wasn't understanding of what it meant to be trans?
It was definitely both, and I was also just ignorant.
Okay. Valid.
But as I learned, I became a better person.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Growth. And growth and growing and understanding. And to now be a part of that community in a way that, you get a better understanding, because now you are not living that life fully, but you understand bits and pieces of what goes into, body dysmorphia, gender dysmorphia, and those things that makes people feel not like themselves.
Yeah.
And so, totally. And again, it's about growth. So, you was there, you went through it, now you understand, and now you're a part of it. So,
yeah.
now it's about paying it forward to those who are the next ones coming up.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And that is also a work in progress. That's definitely whoever sees this and whoever wants to contact me on social media, I will definitely leave all the socials at the end. We will leave all
Yes, we'll leave them all down in the description box below. So don't worry if you want to reach out to Puck JoJo. They got so many social medias. They on everything, child. They on the Twitters and I don't want to blow up your spot.
The Twitter, the Twitters, the TikToks, the Blue Sky, the Facebook, the Instagram, pretty much all of it.
We everywhere. We everywhere. Trust me. But I really want to dive into it, but I know we're running out of time. But is there anything that you want to say, or is there any last word that you, not last words, but is there anything that you want to say to people who are looking or watching, who are on their journey or experiencing their journey for the first time, or have the courage to step out?
Listen, first I want to speak to the ones that are curious of stepping out first. Just do it. Get the shit over with. You'll have a blast right afterwards.
Nobody's stopping you but you.
Exactly. And not just that, but to those that are there, to cherish those that are there for you.
That part.
Because community is just as important.
I'm sorry, but I don't fuck with that word community unless it's true community. So find those people who are pouring into you and you're pouring into them.
Yeah.
Never mind for the energy vampires. Never mind for the people who say, "Oh, we're here for you when it's convenient." Never mind for the people who are, they will smile in your face and they'll talk shit about you behind your back, or they'll sit there and say, "We hear about true people."
Because guess what? That shit is not valuable to you. That shit is not valuable to anybody. Because lo and behold, just some of the fuck shit. Just some of the fuck shit.
And that's a lot.
Yeah, because especially
it's a lot. I'm passionate just as much as you are. Yeah. This is your time, but listen, baby. There's a lot of fuck shit. There's a lot of groups out here. There's a lot of fucking members of organizations, whatever. It's a lot. There's everybody is out here for everybody.
There's a certain organization with 4 letters in New York.
Girl.
Nah.
We just gonna say that there's a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah.
That some people don't follow what they preach.
That part.
Because we don't talk about grooming. But if you want the scoop, hit us down in the comments.
Definitely.
In the comments, or hit us in the DMs. We'll get to it, and we're definitely going to do an aftermath December the 9th.
Yeah. And you will experience the whole aftermath.
Aftermath is Dr. Dre and Tupac, man.
So, with that being said, we're going to wrap this up here. Jojo, best friend, day one. It's been an honor to have you on the show. It's been a blast. I had so much fun just
Same
getting
here.
to your brain. I
Same
know
here
there's
as
a lot
always.
more shit that we can go into, and I'm here for it. Trust me, I'm gonna get it.
I mean, because if y'all just was in tune to one of our phone conversations,
Okay, okay. Talk about these groups and these fucking cliques and these. But as I said before, as we said before, Leather Boys of Color,
yeah,
we're in the building, and we're here to set the standard. Pegasus, we're here to set the standard. We're here to set the record straight and make people truly feel welcome and truly feel like they belong. And we welcome everybody, so long as they're not an asshole, they're not a jerk. But yeah, it's been great having you. You're definitely going to come back on the show.
oh yeah, definitely.
And I will see y'all.
I'll be there for the aftermath.
I will see y'all on the next episode of In the Life with Boogie P. I love y'all down. All that good shit. Stay true to yourselves. Fuck what everybody else got to say. Do you. Be your best kinky self.
Exactly.
And don't let anybody tell you can't do it because you definitely can. Your value, your love.
There's always there's always at one point where you're gonna think that you can do anything, but you can do it. Just ignore that shit and move past it.
Don't listen to the fuck shit.
Yeah.
And the fuck people.
Do anything with Christ. Christ helps.
That part.
Right.
All right, y'all. See y'all later.
All right, later.
We out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.